Heard there were some alphabetical difficulties at bingo the other night. I'm MC2V, and this is the letter T. We've only been underway for 3 weeks, and people have already started losing their minds. Some of them don't even know what day it is. But there is good news. We are in full operation and being replenished on a regular basis. Let's take a look how that's possible.
A vertical replenishment is a replenishment at sea where a supply ship comes up and connects to us, and then we send our helicopters over there. They pick up the pallets with cargo nets, and they bring them over to us to replenish our supplies at sea. You have your pallet teams, your working party that's doing the manual labor. You have your storeroom custodians, and you have your guys that are doing the safeties and running the conveyors. We receive stuff for the SHs, which is servicemen. They're the ones that supplies for the ship store and the vending machines. And then for us, it's all the food for the crew, for the CSs, cooking the galleys. We have dry stores, frozen stores, chilled stores, fresh fruits and vegetables, all that stuff. Each replenishment usually is an average between 50 to 150 pallets. And then once in a while we'll get a big stores, which is about 300 plus pallets. Usually the smaller pallet groups is just to top off to keep us stocked on the fresh stuff. And the big replenishments are supposed to last us out to 3 to 4 weeks. When we're fully stocked, we have probably about $3.5 million worth of food. A vertical replenishment, it's an all-hands effort. It takes a lot of the ship's crew.
Now, I don't know why the producers insist on keeping him on the show, but let's check back in with my favorite correspondent, Martino.
Hey, V. Not a fan of the show. What do you think of the show?
I love this show.
Cool. Back to you, V.
Wash your hands.
Wow, someone actually watches our show and likes it. Good reporting, Martino. Now, with almost 5,000 sailors living on this boat, we have a variety of religious beliefs. Let's see how sailors help out CRMD with our Lay Leader program.
We had a Sunday go by and we didn't have a service. I've been here off and on now for 9 years, and we always had somebody doing service. And so I started asking the question. I started saying, why don't we have a service? We've always had a service. And the chaplain's simple response was there was no lay leader. And the chaplain said, hey, do you want to do it? And I said, you know what? I'll step up to the role. A lay leader is a representative of the church that basically sets up the meetings, asks for volunteers for prayer service, for sacrament service, passing the sacrament. Make sure everything is organized and a quiet spot. No matter what I gotta do, 'cause I need you more and more.
Lay leaders are important because on a crew of 5,000 people, there's an incredible amount of religious diversity. The ship here is really a cross-section of America, and it represents what's happening in the United States, that there are countless numbers of religious groups and faiths out there. And when you consider there's only 3, maybe sometimes 4 chaplains on their ship, it's simply impossible for us to meet all of the religious needs of those groups that are different from ours. And the Lay Leader program really allows us to draw from the diversity on this ship and train up some people to help fill in those gaps and meet a lot of the needs we simply can't do by ourselves. If anybody is interested in being a lay leader for any faith group, please don't hesitate to come talk to us. Like I said, we're very interested in building the diversity in the groups that we can reach. Even if you're not sure if you can meet the criteria or you just want to ask questions, please come talk to us. We would love to know who you are, learn about you, and if possible, somehow make you part of our team.
For more information, you can go on to SharePoint and click on CRMD for services and times. We'll be right back.
All right, I want you to turn these back in by 1600, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Well, we've got our vacuums. Let's suit up.
Yeah!
Gave me 2 rights!
Remember when I told you not to cross the streams? Yeah! Cross the streams!
you doing? It's been 3 days. Return the vacuums and clean this mess up. Has anybody seen the new girl?
You think we should tell her about the new girl?
It's been 3 days. Everything has to be turned by 1600. We only have so many tools. What are y'all playing, Ghostbusters or something?
Now, being underway for a long period of time can get us disconnected from everyday news. So let's check in with MC3 Moyer for a 74 update.
The Apple Watch is coming out, Furious 7 is breaking records, and the Navy's come out with quite possibly its coolest ship ever. Stennis, this is your 74 update. The Apple Watch pre-order opened up on April 10th, and on its first day, it sold nearly 1 million units, which is more than Android sold in its entire last year. The watch is focused more on fashion than function, and with over 100 different styles to choose from, it's sure to make you drink the Apple Kool-Aid this time around. Speaking of breaking records, Fast and Furious 7, or Fury 7, has become the 4th biggest grossing box office weekend of all time. With over $450 million in ticket sales, it's Universal's biggest hit. Well, it looks like 7 times the charm. Now for our last story, the Littoral Combat Ship. It's the Navy's newest and quite possibly coolest class of warship. It uses an open architecture design, modular weapons, sensor systems, and a variety of manned and unmanned vehicles to gain and sustain maritime supremacy. The LCS is a modular, reconfigurable ship with 3 types of mission packages: surface warfare, anti-submarine, and mine countermeasures. These ships are fast, powerful, and adaptable. Commander John Dochendorfer, the USS Coronado Blue Team CEO, describes the LCS as a military jet ski with a flight deck and a gun. That sounds pretty awesome. Back to you, V.
Last time the SHs showed us what they can do. This time the corpsmen from Dental give it a shot in our latest Find Your Rate. Let's take a look.
Ready?
Brush and floss at least twice a day, alright?
I got it. Hi. My tooth hurts?
Yeah, just go on back. Someone will help you.
Alright.
I told you to brush.
No! Well, that's it for this episode of Studio 74. Airwing, you're off in 2 weeks. Stennis, we're off in 3. Let's take a look back at this underway so far.
.640, plenty of time. Wait a minute, you're telling me it's 7:10 and not 6:40? I'm gonna be late for quarters.
Need a quick snack. Just a quick game. Morning, sir. Chow smells great.
You're still late for quarters. Warming up.